The stigma. On the news this evening, Rivers Sole Administrator Ibas announces release of Rivers allocation set to adopt community policing. More stakeholders condemn suspension of Governor Fubara. Supreme Court reinstates Samuel Anyanwu as PDP National Secretary. On the foreign scene, UN Security Council holds consecutive meetings on Palestine crisis. I'm Sam Chinedu, and the news continues after the break. Says the withheld River State allocation has been released. Retired Vice Admiral Ibas said this when he met with heads of local government administration at the Government House today. He also assured that the February salaries of local government workers will be paid.
I'm very much aware of the hardship faced by workers in the local government areas due to the non-payment of salaries the month of February. And I think March is almost coming to an end. This is an unfortunate situation that arose as a result of the withholding of the monthly allocations following the Supreme Court judgment, I believe. I sincerely feel the pain of these workers of being directed all the steps be taken to ensure that these salaries are paid without any further delay.
The sole administrator also charged the heads of local government administrations to ensure transparency and work towards ensuring that the state moves forward. A correspondent reports that earlier, the sole administrator told the River State Traditional Rulers Council, who visited him at the Government House today, that he intends to use a community policing approach to restoring...
One of these strategies we'll employ to restore peace and security is community policing. And let me assure you, Your Royal Majesties, and the good people of River State, that I am fully committed to restoring peace and order. I will do everything possible within my power and reach to give Rivers people the sense of pride. Your Royal Majesties, I recognize that the task ahead cannot be achieved in isolation. The traditional institution is a vital partner in this mission. You are the bridge between government and the people.
He also charged traditional rulers to distance themselves from cultism and other vices.
Your Royal Majesties, in our quest for peace and stability, it is imperative that traditional rulers shun all acts of partisanship, whether through their actions, speeches, or body language. The traditional institution must remain a neutral and impartial arbiter, respected by all for its fairness and integrity. I urge you to distance yourselves overtly and covertly from any acts of cultism, violence, community rifts, vandalism, or any form of illegality.
He warned that his administration will not condone lawlessness, but is open to useful suggestions.
My administration will not condone excuses for any disorder in any community. We expect you to take charge of your domains and ensure peace and stability prevail. Of course, remember you are the first line of defense against lawlessness, and your leadership is crucial in maintaining order. My administration will be open to any useful suggestions and security intelligence from traditional rulers. We wish to improve on the way things are done, and your inputs will be invaluable in shaping our policies and strategies.
In his remark, the chairman of the River State Traditional Rulers Council, Eze Chike Walwodo, said the appointment of a sole administrator for River State is in the interest of the state.
We, the traditional rulers of River State, We are happy to welcome you to this state. The reason why you were appointed the Rivers State Administrator is in the interest of our dear state, is to make peace. We need peace in Rivers State. Whoever peace will come to Rivers State through him, to be able.
A public affairs analyst, Paul, for a state of emergency in Rivers State is just a ploy to take control of the state's finances ahead of the 2027 election. In an interview with our correspondent, Mr. was staged to create a reason for declaring a state of emergency.
Those things should have experienced, like the bomb they talked about, so that they justify the state of emergency. There is this lobby, grasp, hunger for the state treasury. You brought in a sole administrator and you are ordering for the release of allocations. They are going to squander. They want to leech on our treasury. It's as simple as that.
Some commercial drivers in Rivers State under the aegis of Drivers Welfare Club of Nigeria have appealed to the new sole administrator, retired Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas, to swiftly address issues of illegal task force and touting. Speaking with our correspondent, the chairman of the union, Christopher Ezali, said some persons at a dump site along SARS Road, Rukboku, are currently demanding 48,000 naira for the release of each vehicle after impounding 8 vehicles today. Mr. Ezali also raised concerns about what he described as multiple tax and sales of Obiakpo local government emblems to commercial drivers. The Supreme Court has nullified the judgment of the Court of Appeal, which is not justiciable. Justice Jamilu Tukur, who delivered the lead judgment of the Supreme Court, struck out the judgment of the trial court and also set aside the majority judgment of the Court of Appeal, which had in December affirmed the sack of Anyanwu as PDP National Secretary. Formerly apologized to the court and Adebuyega Awomolo for his misconduct at the last proceedings of his trial on terrorism charges. Kanu's apology was contained in a speech.
When in dire need of assistance,
restraining the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) from receiving petitions for the purpose of initiating a recall process against Senator Natasha Akpoti. The court by the Petroleum Products Retail Outlet Owners Association of Nigeria says its members will not hesitate to dump Dangote Refinery for alternatives over its latest move to sell petroleum products in dollars. The national president is prepared for uncertainty. On the international scene, the UN Security Council will meet for a second straight day on Palestine, this time focusing on Israel's judgment, which sacked Samuel Anyanwu